Yeah. Come on. Come on. Yeah. Come on.
Good evening, everyone. We are live. I am joined, as always, by the lesbian Vicky. I'm sorry. I meant regular Vicky. It's just, it's so hard now that I know you're a lesbian. I don't. It's uncomfortable.
I'm sorry.
It's okay,
I'm sorry
lesbian.
that bothers you.
I mean, Vicky.
Being...
I mean,
Truly.
lesbian Vicky. What? Why don't you
Hello,
go ahead and
everybody.
say hi.
How are you this evening?
They're good, lesbian Vicky. How is everybody, actually? I see we got some people in the chat. We have Alfonso Prouty. Always nice to see him. He says, I never knock over my pee bottles. I wonder why he says that. Abiram says, can't wait to see what people in the dumb movement have done. Jack Stafford says, ahoy, ninjas.
Ahoy, Jack.
Lesbian Vicky says, ahoy, Jack Stafford. Jack Stafford says, lesbian Vicky, ahoy.
Stop it.
Matthew Fowler says, I don't think there's been a piss bottle incident in CG since the Doug TeNapel days. I didn't know there was a piss bottle incident until recently. You say Testify probably had one. He
had a piss bottle. I'm sure he knocked it over more than once.
I'm sure he did. Linkovich says, Shigama, Fowler. Chris Stanley says, let the salt flow. Morg says, hi to us. I said hi back. And
I did too.
HG says, just finished watching a panel about Disney's Rat's Nest. So good. That sounds awful. I'm being told to stop sex shaming. Was I sex shaming you, lesbian Vicky?
No.
Oh, well, I meant to.
Okay. You'll have to try harder.
Hero Shack, it's always good to see you, man, says
Hey,
the Hulk has been abused. Yeah, dude, apparently they fucking raped him.
Up the ass without lube.
Yeah, not fully hard either, so. But we'll get into that. We have some wonderful topics. Let's check them out. First, we have Poison Ivy.
Poison Ivy.
Yeah, she's a fat Vicky now?
Yeah, she's a fat lesbian now, apparently. And we're all supposed to be horrified.
And then we have Dale Keown and his piss bottle.
And his piss bottle.
And some other things that he did. And then we have Bleeding Cool.
Yeah, this is actually the reaction to the coverage of the Gail Keown stream. Yes, some people were quite upset.
All right, well, I'm sure we'll get into that.
Yep.
And why don't we start off with the Poison Ivy stuff?
Okay.
All right, let's do it.
Right now, you see stuff like this. DC's got a fat lesbian Poison Ivy. Right? Who the hell is buying this? Probably some libraries. Bad built Poison Ivy. Like what? Of course, weirdos are like, yeah, she needs to be in the movie because that they're not going to watch anyway. A movie that this is one of those leftist, weirdo leftists. DC doesn't know what the hell they're doing these days anyway. But this is how it needs to be capitalized. It's capitalized because she's built bad, and we need to see ourselves because they fat as well. But this goes to show, at least to me, why exactly that we need a alternative to everything, and that's what I hope people get from the Riververse.
I wanted to take a look and show you guys at the new design for the Femme Fatale from DC Comics. Basically, another sexpot character. They did not want to be outdone by Marvel. Yeah, so they're taking their Femme Fatale, Poison Ivy, who's always been a curvaceous and vivacious and sexy. In fact, part of her power is seducing men, using like different plant pheromones or some shit. But yeah, they stepped up and answered the She-Hulk challenge, and DC is saying, "Hold my beer," because here is the new large and in charge Poison Ivy.
We have now another stupid idea coming out of the SJW DC Comics commie business in California. They now have brought in a lesbian Poison Ivy, which we knew about, but now she's fat. But now, because the SJWs are monsters, they've projected their hideousness onto the character directly. It started with her having this relationship with Harley Quinn, another murderer. But you have Poison Ivy, who had this allure to her. She wasn't just a eco-terrorist.
She does
was
look like Pam.
A seductress. And she used plants and biology as her weapons. And her beauty lured these men in, and she was able to destroy these different companies that she thought were destroying the planet. And now she's destroying the buffet table with the size that they've made her. Holy crap. I'll commentate. I don't buy mainstream comics anymore.
Obviously, he doesn't. The first time I saw this run across my Twitter feed was actually the Eric July video. Just a few days ago, he tweeted it out. Now, his video is a bit of a bait and switch. What I clipped from there is pretty much almost everything that's in his video concerning Poison Ivy, right? His video is about, the distribution networks, blah, blah, blah. All the same thing he's always going on about. Centralization. Centralization of distribution networks. Yeah.
I just need to, sorry, before we get into like the serious parts of it, Vicky.
Uh-huh.
How is somebody like the Comic Book Hut gonna talk about even like a fictional character's weight?
I know, right?
Like, oh, she's fat now. Yes, so are you, bro.
like really? Right. I know.
It's just fucking wild.
It is pretty fucking wild. But he doesn't read DC. He doesn't read mainstream comics anyway, right? He hasn't read the book. Eric July hasn't read the book. Cecil hasn't read the book.
Well, to be fair, I don't think Cecil and Comic Book Hut can read. That's
Cecil's been selling off his extensive collection of comic books.
Yeah, because he can't read them.
Well, yeah, and he can't. And
think
he needs
about
the
it.
Money, apparently, probably because he can't read them. Comic Book Hut can only,
he likes
work by video. He likes the pictures.
Yeah.
But none of them have actually read the book, right? Cecil declaring that this is a brand new design for Poison Ivy is just flat out fucking ridiculous. I think she kind of reminded me of Christina Hendricks from the buxom redhead from Mad Men, like in the later seasons when she gets a
That's
little
a
bit
stretch,
bigger.
Vicky. That's a bit of a
She
stretch.
kind of reminded me of that. Like she doesn't.
looks like Pam from Archer.
She looks like Pam from Archer. This is from a mini called Catwoman Lonely City. I'm sorry. So far, 3 books have been released. The 4th one is due probably now. It hasn't come out yet, but I did read the first 3 books, 3 issues each book, and they were like 50 something pages. So I sucked down, thanks to Eric July bringing this to my attention. I sucked down about 150 pages last night of a book by a gentleman by the name of Cliff Chiang, who wrote it, drew it, colored it, and lettered it. He did all the work. And it was actually a really good book. I know you're all like, yeah, like you have any taste. It's an Elseworld story. So this isn't canon. This isn't this isn't some brand new, ongoing, going to be continued design of Poison Ivy. This is for this book, which takes place in the future. Batman has been killed. It's 10 years later. Catwoman had been arrested for his murder and was released early from prison for nefarious purposes. Not her own, but and then so Catwoman is actually 50 years old in this book. And it's a Catwoman book, not a Poison Ivy book, obviously.
Yeah, of course. SJWDC had to kill the man off.
They
and,
killed
make
the
it about
man
a woman.
off. A lot of people died thanks to the Joker and Fool's Night, and it was Batman,
make the man a villain.
Robin.
This
Yep,
is just
make the
bullshit.
man a villain. Batman, Robin, Harley Quinn ends up dying, which I think actually explains Poison Ivy in a way. You know, not only aging, but losing who had been the love of her life in this story. And she cycled into a depression for a while and blew up, like lots of women blow up. Cecil made a little quip. Oh, isn't she vegan? Well, there's plenty of fat and there's plenty of sugar in plants.
Yeah, there's like fat.
I've seen fat vegans. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're few and
like
far
Pussy,
between.
so I don't know what he's complaining about.
But the art is good. If you like, it's a little stylized. It's very, very flat. The colors are very flat but beautiful. They definitely keep with the mood of all the different scenes. It's obvious that Cliff Chiang loves Catwoman. It's like an homage to basically to Catwoman. There's little nods to the various outfits that she's worn, the characters that have played her. There's a lovely flashback scene between Batman and Catwoman where she looks like oh God, now my brain's farting. Julie Newmar. She's like in the Julie Newmar costume from the Batman and Robin series from when we were all kids. Not you, Dean. It's before you were a child.
Yeah,
before you were born.
I know.
I mean, it's a really good Elseworlds book, and the complete and total dismissal of Elseworlds books, I think, is a little wrong-headed. These characters and the stories can get really stale, and it gives new creatives a chance to expand and tell stories that they think of. I mean, it's not everybody's cup of tea.
Well,
I get it.
There's an Elseworlds story for everybody. I think that is kind of the gist of it.
Right,
yeah.
Exactly. And it may not be your cup of tea, but there's no reason to go bitching about it if well,
I
like
mean,
heavily.
You can
but
bitch
Cecil,
about it, but like
Yeah, so you see Cecil in the hut having to jump on the complain train because they thought Eric July's video was actually about fat lesbian poison ivy, which I stress again, it was not. That was complete clickbait. It was yet another I'm better than them video out by Eric July. But I'd recommend it. Pick it up.
All right.
You know, it's on DC Infinite, which is having a sale right now.
All right, Shill, calm down.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm not going to shill for DC Infinite.
You
but
already did, but
everybody knows where they could find it.
But now that
and another thing,
come on.
thing. One more, just one last thing.
I'm trying to get us to the good stuff, guys. Sorry.
No, yeah, you're gonna have to fucking hold on.
Well, you're killing our viewers. I want them to watch me.
Book 1 came out in December. So it took them from December to September. Actually, January is when book 2 came out and Poison Ivy was introduced as a character. So it's taken them this long to finally fucking notice and bitch about it. And I wonder why they would choose now, why Eric July would choose now to suddenly complain and use it as a clickbait title.
Because he's dumb. All right.
All right.
Yeah. Well, now, guys, we have the main reason you're here.
Rushing me through that shit.
Dale.
Fuck you, Dean.
Keown. Fuck you and your boring fucking Catwoman. Bullshit. But yeah, so we have Dale Keown, and I've prepared a little video for us. So let's just go ahead and jump on into it now.
Connection to the Hulk, and they fucking they took my best friend and they fucking raped him. The fuck? I fucking hate them so much. I hate Marvel. I hate Disney. I fucking hate them. Why did they take my best friend and fuck him up the ass? You fucking assholes. Okay, I'm gonna roll a fucking spliff. They took my best friend. Am I really live? Held him down. I fucking love the Hulk, man. I fucking love that character. And they fucking raped him. Fucking cunts. Okay, I'm gonna have a drink. Okay. This is my first fucking live show. This is my first fucking live show. Okay. I love Mandy. Is it wrong that I'm in love with Mandy? Tell me, is it wrong? My first live show. Holy fuck, man. Absolute fucking vodka. I got my, where the fuck, where's my shot glass? I got my Mandy shot glass. Look at, this is my first fucking live show. This is like a Cecil stream, but worse. When I worked at the grocery store, they would call me Turkey Trot. Absolute fucking vodka. I hate Marvel. I really fucking hate them, man. Oh, the Hulk was my best friend, man. And they fucking raped him up the ass. Mandy, can you come in with me? Mandy, where are you? Come in. Fuck, I need help. I need help on my first live show. God, help me. Mandy, I love you. I love Mandy. I love her. Mandy, look at me. Look at me. I love you. I met my wife at the butcher shop. She asked me for a price check. She was like 24 and I was 18. She had a really nice butt. Holy fuck, man. She was fucking gorgeous. Her face is not that great, but her fucking lower body was fucking awesome. Her feet were fucking awesome, man. Oh, I loved her so much. I divorced her. I'm going to show my dick.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
What?
Can't Jean asking me check on you. What's going on?
Hmm.
Jean,
Why?
I don't know. You asleep? How scary. You drink? Oh my god! Don't do that. It scared me. I really concerned about your drinking now. Okay?
What?
I'm really concerned about your drinking.
Why?
You scare me every single time now. Jean was asking me, is it what? I don't know. Okay. They just sent a message to me.
What?
You were online, they said you're drunk.
What?
Did you?
What?
You're online, right?
Well,
And the people said you're drunk.
yeah.
Why?
Why?
Oh, okay. You were just like this. Everybody can see. The whole entire world can see you.
No.
Of course. Oh, no.
Look at.
No. Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh no.
I'm sleeping.
What are you going to tell Jean? You okay?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You are scared me.
What?
Scared me. I was already working. That's why I didn't call you.
Nice. Woohoo. Oh. How the fuck did I fall asleep? Yeah. What the fuck? Why is this? Am I actually still live? Oh fuck! I just spilled my piss bottle. Where's Mandy? I'm gonna check on Mandy.
Man, I really love that video. That's great.
You're so proud of yourself.
Dun, 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 dun.
You know, I'm going to get blamed for it, right?
Well, I mean, it is your fault, lesbian Vicky.
Fucking-
No, it was. I don't know why people like Chris Stanley seems to be upset in the chat. He said, what did he say? I'm sure Dale's real concerned with your feelings. LOL. Okay. I didn't think he was. I don't think he is,
Right.
and I don't think he should be. I'm just
I
laughing.
don't expect him to be.
Yeah, of course he's not.
Right? Like,
That's like that's the weirdest thing. Like we all criticize things or laugh at things, and it's like no, the person you're criticizing or laughing at probably doesn't give a shit. I don't know why that's like a new concept. We all know that's thing.
right. I'm surprised by the idea that we're supposed to care what people actually think about what we say.
Yeah, people like we're supposed to care about what people say about what we say about what they say.
We're not the comment-tard community.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm not mad at it. I thought it was fucking hilarious. I mean, I do think that there's a couple issues like spilling your pee bottle, bro. Everybody knows not to spill your pee bottle.
Right.
Or just don't have one. That's gross. But no,
I
like
would definitely go with the just don't have one.
Oh,
if you have to spend, if you're spending so much time at your desk, obviously wasted, and can't be asked to get up and go to the bathroom, you have a problem.
Well, yeah. I mean, just
And it's
go to the
not
bathroom.
mobility. It's definitely not just mobility. You know. Well, I mean it is, but only because of inebriation. And that shouldn't count.
If he pissed in his shit bucket, this wouldn't have happened.
Nope.
That's gross.
I bet you Randall had one of those too.
Linkovich says you should always cap your pee bottles. And then Alfonso says hashtag cap your pee bottles.
Yes.
I guess-
a very helpful hint.
Yeah.
But I would just go with don't have a pee bottle in the first place.
Well, you're outnumbered in this chat, you fucking
I
silly
know, I
lesbian
know.
Vicky.
Probably because I'm a girl and
And a
the
lesbian.
whole bottle thing is far more difficult, or not bordering on impossible without a funnel. But yeah. I would just say don't have one. I also go ahead.
Also, like, just don't simp. That is one thing. Like, I don't dislike Dale at all. I just thought it was funny and I wanted to make a funny video out of it. But one thing though, like, and this isn't just for Dale. This is for anybody. Even people in the chat, if it applies to them. Don't simp.
I'm not sure how much of it would be would qualify as simping. I mean, he has sort of made his feelings, him being Dale, has made his feelings for Mandy painfully and uncomfortably obvious for quite some time. The way he talks to her, some of the things that he says. I mean, he's drunk a lot of the time during these streams. I mean, it's not like when he's on other people's streams, he's sober and this time is the only time he was drunk. This isn't even the first time that he's passed out drunk on a stream. It's just the first time that it was his own.
Well, I mean, I don't give a shit if people are like passing out drunk on stream. I don't think you should. I don't but far be it from me to tell you what to do. Because like we can make content off of it, right? So like far be it from me to tell people not to make bad decisions.
Please make more bad decisions.
But just know that if it's bad enough, we'll probably make content off of it.
There's a good chance that will happen. Yes.
Like, especially if you live, like, broadcast it.
Yes. Spend 45 minutes telling Mandy how much you love her, pass out just to have your girlfriend walk in and wake you up.
That was funny.
Definitely.
I swear to God, he had to have, like, said it, I love you, Mandy, like, at least 30 times.
Yeah. At least.
It was funny. It was like, come on, bro. Come on, stop it. Stop it.
Yeah. Well, he got stuck in the booze loop, right? Yeah.
He was also at one point too drunk to know how to send out the StreamYards link. That was also funny.
Yeah.
He's like, how do I do that? How do I invite Mandy? In the chat, let me know. Like, bro, come on.
And then after all that, after 45 minutes of probably his girlfriend haranguing him some more about drinking too much, making himself some coffee, and coming back into his office, aside from knocking over his pee bottle, the first thing he wanted to do was find Mandy.
That was also funny.
That was also funny.
Like, bro, come on, stop. But then, something we didn't show is he found Mandy.
He did find Mandy.
Yeah, he did.
Yes.
Shortly after, he went on to Ethan's launch party for
Aaron
Lepresti, and Mandy was there. And so
was Shelly.
Yeah, and so Dale finally got to be with the love of his life.
His life.
Yeah. So that was sweet.
Yes. And he got to tell her, I love you on a panel filled with people.
So this story has a happy ending, although
sort of
not really because like Mandy's married, unless Dale's hidden that and we all just don't know it, then maybe it does have a happy ending.
That's always a possibility.
I mean,
I've heard rumors.
No. I'm just no. I'm not trying to start that room. No. We're not doing that. I'm just saying, if it is happening, well, like then it does have a happy ending. But unfortunately, we don't really know.
I don't think so. I think he's in Canada.
Well, then I guess it doesn't have a happy ending.
No, unfortunately,
unless he goes to a massage parlor. Then maybe it does.
He could just ask his girlfriend for one. I bet she's got fabulous feet.
Oh, that was weird. That was weird. It is good YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is good YouTube, but it's also, apparently it was good for my Twitter as well, which was really strange. This is probably like the biggest blow up of a tweet I've ever had. But I just still, makes you feel a little grungy. Makes me feel a little grungy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crash the Fash says, that's an interesting name. Crash Fash. All right. Sometimes I feel like I'm watching Cheech and Chong when I watch these CG streams.
Yeah.
I hope you're not talking about us. Newheg.com says, none of these people are sober enough to leave the house.
God, I hope not.
I mean,
yeah.
Wait.
I hope they get their booze delivered and they're not actually driving anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways, that was fun.
Because he did soldier on last night was the Ballers stream. So the day after was him drinking some more along with Mandy and Shane. I forget who else was on that stream last night. It's unimportant. But
yeah.
Yes, he got to be with Mandy some more. He got to party with Mandy some more.
Yeah. So this caused a little bit of controversy, right? I guess people are upset because media doesn't cover CG unless it's something like this, and I guess that's the criticism that's coming from CG. From CG. At like media like Bleeding Cool.
And very angry with Rich Johnston. Yeah.
But one thing I'll say is, because we've talked about this before, and it's like, what do you like? You guys want them to make articles saying like what entrepreneur made money, and it's not like record-breaking money.
No.
So it's like I don't know what exactly positive stories you want them to make. I can understand the frustration of it only ever being negative publicity, but at the same time,
that's what most news is, honestly.
Well, not only that, but at the same time, maybe stop doing things that attract negative publicity.
That'd be too simple.
I mean, or don't, and just don't be upset when people talk about it.
Yeah.
Right? But you can't expect any media outlet to run essentially what would be just fluff pieces of nothing of importance.
Okay. Crash the Fash says, Dean, I'm referring to all the CG channels, bunch of potheads, DMT bros, and drunkards. I'm surprised none of them have done shrooms on stream yet. Well, Crash the Fash, let me tell you about Dan Fraga, who microdoses.
Oh, microdosing is cool.
Long. I think once he was on, he'd overdone a little bit. PTP, I believe, was on LSD, if not shrooms, one night streaming. So if there's a drug out there, someone in CG has live streamed while doing it.
Well, okay, so that's one thing. Like, I don't care about
I don't care either
drug use. But it's not that like I'm against people streaming while tripping balls. I couldn't do that. I haven't shipped balls in like years, but I like. It's not that I'm opposed to doing it. It's just like, you got to find the right time and then all that stuff. But it's like I don't think I could do it on stream. Oh man, that would freak
No.
me the fuck out.
Yeah, it would be a little too weird. It would be a little too weird.
Yeah.
A little hard to control,
Yeah.
Like
But
the environment
like
would just
Fowler
become
has
too
balls. He's done it.
strange.
So
Play my video, Dean.
no. Yeah. Let's watch her video. Unless
Watch
Vicky's
my
video.
video.
Boom! What's up, everybody? Your old pal Billy Tucci here, leading the professionals for this Thursday, the 16th of September, 2021. The subject is the mainstream comic book media, have they done a coordinated blackout on CG projects? I have a 3,000 mailing list with all the mainstream comic publishers, mainstream comic presses on CBG, The Beat, Comic Book News, comicbook.com, Newsarama, all of them are on, a Screen Rant, things like that are all on my news, letter list. And I send out my press releases almost weekly, pretty much weekly I do. So I went and checked, and there's nothing.
Now, something historic happened yesterday. A historic stream by the great Dale Keown. And believe it or not, it made comic book news.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another JMS Talks. Today we're talking about Bleeding Cool attacks Dale Keown.
Dale decided to do a stream on his own. Good for him. We've been trying to get him to stream. And he came in kind of a little drunk. He came, he was having a little drinky poo. He'd been up working up awake almost 30 some hours. And he was angry about Marvel and the Hulk. And then he fell asleep in his chair.
Dale had been up all night. For all accounts, I think he was up for like 30 hours. And he's just letting loose. He's having a good time. And, he did the cardinal sin that you try not to do when you drink live on stream, which is pass out without turning the camera off or ending the stream.
One of the things that was historic that was happening is all this money that Aaron Lepresti was raising over on Ethan Van Sciver's channel on his second book.
The subject is the mainstream comic book media, have they done a coordinated blackout on CG projects?
So what's going on here? Why doesn't the American comic book industry talk about all these big crowdfunders that are happening over on Indiegogo, even some Kickstarter? All these things are happening in the same hours, okay? Simultaneously, these things are happening. What does Bleeding Cool do? They go write a mocking article towards Dale Keown in this stream.
But then that there are those in the industry that are going to take exception to this and take a chance to take a shot at Dale. And Bleeding Cool absolutely does that in this article, and it's absolutely sickening to me.
Okay, you could say this is a passive-aggressive shot to alert Marvel that Dale Keown has choice criticism about certain actors that play as the Hulk or people that maybe he doesn't like Disney. So Marvel knows never to hire him again.
You got to really go into detail about what Dale was saying early on in the stream. And this is a hit piece. That he's trying to get Dale, disowned by the industry. Because why? Because he came out and claimed Comicsgate last year. Or that's what it is. He's trying to do this to make Dale look bad so that people won't want to work with him like Marvel or whatever. And now that he's doing covers, doing that story for Ethan Van Sciver, the Salamandroid story that's going to be part of the next Cyberfrog crowdfunder.
Dale Keown is doing a Salamandroid book, I think, but it's completely different. Dale Keown's Salamandroid book is going to be about 20 pages. We've gone through the story already. It's a rock'em sock'em, action book. It's what you want to see Dale draw. It's an art book. There are a few story elements that are precious to the ongoing narrative, but not too many. So he can basically do it whenever he wants to do it. I will apply pressure to him soon.
You see the work he's producing right now for Mandy Summers' cover of Gem Shock.
Oh, I love her so much.
My cover, Reaper Destroyer. Aaron Lepresti's cover of Wraith of God. What Shane Davis's cover of Glorious Rex.
Talk about some crowdfunding books. Why not do that? Why not show people the American comic book industry isn't dying, that you can still buy comics from your favorite comic book creators. I'm going to have an Inglorious Rex cover from Dale Keown in Inglorious Rex 2. Sign up is alive, guys. Do go check it out. Do go sign up.
Trent McRanderson says Zaid Comics is writing the new Pit book for Dale. Yeah. I know. Yeah, everybody's got. Look, here's the thing. I mean, Dale wants to hang out with us and drink and stuff. He wants to have done all this stuff, but we've got to push him to do it. We've got to inspire Dale to actually produce great work.
Huh.
Must inspire Dale.
I think the person that said the most harshest criticisms of Dale was Ethan. I mean,
yeah, actually.
He's like, he's not getting his shit out.
He's not getting his shit
late
done.
books, Ethan. Late
books.
Come on, bro. It's part of the experience is waiting, motherfucker.
That was from his launch stream, and somebody in the chat had been like, Dale's doing this new Pit book. He's just like, well, is he? Really? Like, that was something somebody said to me today. Well, that should be news, right? That Dale's doing a new Pit book. Well, he hasn't started it. He hasn't. That there's no Indiegogo up that I don't know about. He's not posting art from his new project on Twitter. He's just doing, a cover here and there as he feels like it. But he's definitely hasn't been doing anything towards his own book that has been public or talked about in any way, shape, or form. It's not like he sent the comic press a press release saying, I'm doing a new Pit book with the Zaid brothers, and this is when my Indiegogo is going to launch. Right?
Yeah.
So that book becomes news when it happens.
Yeah.
Right. And then, they all seem to think still, which is the craziest thing to me, that because they're crowdfunding and they're making money crowdfunding, that somehow that's news that comics should be paying attention to.
Well, it's like, that's awesome. More power
Good for
to
you.
Right? Make the money that you can where you can and make a lot of it. But this isn't newsworthy.
News.
Also, what's very weird is that they criticize him, the Bleeding Cool guy, for he obviously did this to draw negative attention. Firstly, his coverage on it was very soft, especially in comparison to us.
Right.
He didn't mention the piss bottle. He doesn't.
Oh, he didn't mention him attempting to expose himself on camera. That's not even in the article. If he really, really wanted to come down on Dale Keown, that would have been in the article. After ranting, after professing his admiration, not even, and that's all he was saying, expressing his admiration for Mandy Summers, he would have said he then attempted to expose himself before slumping over and passing out.
He didn't even do that, guys.
But he didn't. He didn't mention the piss bottle.
I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just gonna I don't know the Bleeding Cool guy, but and I'm sure he's been critical of CG. Most people outside of CG that know about it typically
they are. Yeah.
And that's just a fact, right? I don't think that's unfair to say. But it was pretty light and definitely didn't even go into specifics of what most people would consider the worst parts of it.
Right. Yeah, the stuff that really would have how do I say it? That really could have caused issues for Dale is stuff that he left out. Right. And that professional stream with Billy Tucci and all of them that I used in the clip. Art T. Bear talks about how when he announced on his Facebook, he had a good Facebook following, according to Art. When he announced on his Facebook that he was going to be crowdfunding Black and White on Indiegogo, it's like, I didn't even mention anything about Comicsgate or that I was Comicsgate or joining Comicsgate. I just said that I was going to be funding my book on Indiegogo. People stopped following him on Facebook, right? His response and his thought process, the way he tells it, was that he thought that these people just weren't his friends. They just didn't really understand him, that, you know, he wasn't like what people are saying. Well, his question should have been to some of these people is, what's your problem with Comicsgate? That you would unfollow me after all of this time, or unfriend me after all of this time, right? Comicsgate is the Comicsgate is a dead end unless you're doing your own shit. You will never get your chances of getting a job in the mainstream or for any publisher out there after becoming Comicsgate are slim to none. When they say this is all to keep Dale Keown from working in mainstream comics, it's already too late. That happened when he joined Comicsgate last year.
And that's not like, that's just, once again, I know that sounds harsh, but I think everybody can generally agree that that's just a fact. Like, people outside of CG that know about CG, whether it's fact knowledge or false knowledge, I'm not going to get into that, generally don't like CG. And that's just, I think we can all agree on that.
Yeah, Comicsgate has a bad...
Yeah, I mean, everybody kind of knows that when you join, you're a part of that community forever.
Yeah.
And, like, some people like that. And, like,
right?
And that's cool.
You've got
care.
Kanan White out there. You've got Kanan White out there using a pseudonym to try and get work.
Yeah, I remember Ethan talking about that.
Yeah. He used a pseudonym on the Eric July campaign, right? So, well, sale, not campaign. But he's out there using a pseudonym attempting to get work outside of Comicsgate. That's what happens. And I'm sorry. But yeah, and you can tell people that when they come on in or thinking about coming on in, you know, and they look at you like you're fucking nuts. They don't believe you, and then they find out, and then they complain about it. And you're like, you were warned. Like, how did you not, figure this out already? I've known plenty of people that have tried to leave, that have tried to or have left Comicsgate. They can't get work anywhere because of who they worked for or that they were Comicsgate. I mean, rightly or wrongly, that's just the fact. So for them to
we're
say,
not saying that it's, good or bad. But it is a fact.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Right. So for Shane Davis and Joe Sontag to sit there and say this is all just to keep him from getting work, I'm sorry, it's already too late. Maybe he should have been answering emails last year when he was getting offers of work.
Well, I don't even think he's trying to.
I don't even think he's trying to get work in the in mainstream anyway, right? There's been no indication of that. No rumors of that.
It's a weird thing to think. Also, I mean, I don't know. Like, how are you going to be upset about somebody reporting something that happened?
I don't know.
That's the weird part of all of this, right? Like they're like, oh, this was done specifically to spite Dale and make it hard for him to get work. Okay, but like the guy's coverage of it was, first of all, very soft. Secondly, it happened on Dale's YouTube. Like, Like, are public
everybody,
events not allowed to be talked about because they might embarrass somebody?
everybody in Comicsgate, pretty much everybody was talking about it. Almost everybody had stopped by his chat at one point or another, right? I was at the shop and I was getting all sorts of DMs from people telling me about it, right? I wasn't home. I couldn't watch it. And so it's not like this was some sort of secret.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like this was a stream that had maybe 10 people watching and nobody knew. Everybody was talking about it. Did they think Rich Johnston wasn't going to find out?
Yeah, it's just
Right?
such a weird thing. Like why? Like, just if like it's so concerning, well then, like, I don't know, Dale probably shouldn't have done it. But also, like, I don't think Dale even cares.
I don't think Dale
So,
even
like, what's
cares
the
either.
big problem that it was reported? And lastly, it's a true event that happened. Like,
Yeah, it's a true event that happened.
yeah.
What I was hearing was, well, like Shane said, it should have been talking about Aaron Lepresti making 50 some odd $1,000. And God, I think that Ethan stream lasted for 6 hours and Ethan couldn't get him past 60, right? But here's the thing. Selling fewer than, I counted it up, it was fewer than 900 books to fewer than 800 people is not news in the grand scheme of crowdfunding.
Yeah.
It's just not. Rennie making 70K, selling fewer than 1,000 books to around 800 people isn't news in the grand scheme of crowdfunding.
Yeah.
Right? None of there have been very few crowdfunds in Comicsgate that would even come close to being newsworthy, and they're Ethan's. I don't see Rich Johnston talking about Ethan Van Sciver anytime soon. But don't worry, because JDA will write an article for Bounding into Comics.
Yeah, so you guys have
Right.
coverage. It's
There
just
is friendly
shitty, like, fake journalism John Delarose.
whose articles are mostly like a shill for his own freaking books.
That's
But
the best part. Is it's like you
that
think
is
it's
the best
for
part.
like whoever like the title it like mentions, but then like by the end it becomes about John Delarose and how he's fighting the culture war.
Yeah. But you know, there is friendly press to Comicsgate.
We're sorry that it's John though. Like
Yeah.
that's
But,
on
you know,
that's
like
on
I said,
CG.
there is
Like that's kind of your fault.
the whole reason Bleeding Fool was started was to pretty much shill for Comicsgate. Bounding into Comics does a lot of shilling for Comicsgate, right? It's not like you can't find places to get news out. RJ over at Critical Blast covers Comicsgate and the crowdfunding campaigns. So there's places to go, you know. They just may only be inhabited by other Comicsgaters.
Which is fine. Like, isn't that kind of like the working model? Like, it's the community supporting the community.
Right. They've issued Comicsgate issued the fucking mainstream years ago, right? Don't you hear it? We can do this on our own. This is all about us having our own IPs, running our own businesses. Well, you guys didn't want the mainstream, so why are you complaining that the mainstream chooses to ignore you? Do it on your own.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Like I said, like it's just, you know, a fact. Like I don't know. It's weird to like be upset that somebody reported on something truthful that was, you know, broadcasted to like,
yeah,
you know, the world.
They didn't lie. They
were very soft.
Yeah, I mean, he kind of, you know, he helped Dale land on a pillow,
Yeah.
basically.
He like left out
instead of-
like the worst parts.
Oh yeah, the very worst parts of that stream he left. He left on his word processor and didn't publish.
Yeah.
You know. So it just is what it is.
Yeah.
But
So I think that's gonna be it for this one.
I think it is too. It's a short stream this night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just remember, guys, don't cry about facts, especially if you broadcasted them. And don't cry for other people about facts when they broadcasted them. Just don't do it. Also, don't simp on a stream.
For anybody.
Probably you shouldn't have a piss bottle, but if you do, always cap it, I guess. John Delarose is a limp dick midget. And
I think that's it. Yeah.
I think that's it.
Thanks everybody for stopping by.
Oh yeah, and also go check out Big Daddy's channel where he had an interview. And yes, this is an actual interview with
Samantha Delarose,
John Delarose's wife. And I'll just I'm sorry, I'm going to spoil it. The best part is that she explains that John is so insecure about his height that he steps on his tiptoes. I kid you not. Go check that out on Big
She really
Daddy's
says
channel.
that. Yeah.
What?
She really says that.
Yeah, she does. If somebody can, yeah, thank you so much, HG.
Thanks, Hervoge.
Yeah. So go check that out, and you all have a great night.
Have a good night, everybody.
Sorry, guys. Hold on one second. I want to play us out with something.
Connection to the Hulk, and they fucking they took my best friend, and they fucking raped him. The fuck? I fucking hate them so much. I hate Marvel. I hate Disney. I fucking hate them. Why did they take my best friend and fuck him up the ass? You fucking assholes. Okay, I'm gonna roll a fucking spliff. They took my best friend. Am I really live? Held him down. I fucking love the Hulk, man. I fucking love that character. And they fucking raped him. Fucking cunts. Okay, I'm gonna have a drink. Okay. This is my first fucking live show. This is my first fucking live show. Okay. I love Mandy. Is it wrong that I'm in love with Mandy? Tell me, is it wrong? My first live show. Holy fuck, man. Absolute fucking vodka. I got my, where the fuck, where's my shot glass? I got my Mandy shot glass. Look at, this is my first fucking live show. This is like a Cecil stream, but worse. When I worked at the grocery store, they would call me Turkey Trot. Absolute fucking vodka. I hate Marvel. I really fucking hate them, man. Oh, the Hulk was my best friend, man. And they fucking raped him up the ass. Mandy, can you come in with me? Mandy, where are you? Come in. Fuck, I need help. I need help on my first live show. God, help me. Mandy, I love you. I love Mandy. I love her. Mandy, look at me. Look at me. I love you. I met my wife at the butcher shop. She asked me for a price check. She was like 24 and I was 18. She had a really nice butt. Holy fuck, man. She was fucking gorgeous. Her face is not that great, but her fucking lower body was fucking awesome. Her feet were fucking awesome, man. Oh, I loved her so much. I divorced her. I'm going to show my dick.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What?
Can't, Jean asking me check on you. What's going on?
Hmm.
Jean,
Why?
I don't know. You asleep? That was scary. You drink? I'm really concerned about your drinking now. Okay.
Well,
And the people said you're drunk.
yeah.
Why?
Why?
Oh, oh. Okay. You were just like this. Everybody can see. The whole entire world can see you.
No.
Of course. Oh, no.
Look
No. Oh.
at. Oh my god.
Oh no.
I'm sleeping.
What are you going to tell Jean? You okay?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah. You are scaring me.
What?
Scaring me. I was so like working. That's why I didn't call you.
Nice. Woo-hoo. Oh. How the fuck did I fall asleep? Yeah, yeah, yeah. What the fuck? Why is this? Ah. Am I actually still live? Oh fuck! I just spilled my piss bottle. Where's Mandy? I'm gonna check on Mandy.